next guest discovered her son's drawing talent. She wanted to foster that gift, but as she quickly realized, access to the arts often falls through the cracks. So she took action, and now she's running a thriving arts program for all the kids in her community, not just her son, which is amazing, and that's why we call her a rad human. From Brooklyn's Red Hook Art Project, also known as RHAP. Everybody say hello to Tiffiney. So
Hi, Kelly.
Hello.
How are you? Hi, everyone.
So we were talking about your son. You noticed he had, was very talented at art, but you didn't really know what to do with that, right?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, my children were always into the arts, but as a young mom, giving birth at the age of 14 years old and not having access to the arts myself, I just didn't understand. For me, it was like, son, daughter, you need to know how to read and do writing. I didn't understand the whole color and the basics.
Yeah.
I just didn't, it didn't resonate with me. I just didn't, it wasn't until, he drawing on the walls. I was like, somebody's trying to tell me something. What do I need to do?
Yeah. And first of all, don't draw on my wall.
Exactly. That part.
But art classes weren't an option, right?
No, art classes wasn't an option for me. Living in low-income communities, going to low-income schools, DOE making a lot of cuts, funding, the first thing they do is pull the arts.
Yeah.
And for me, that's another way to silence a child, another way to silence a person when they don't have access to these things. Some people are introverts. They don't like to speak out loud, right?
Yeah.
So they like to draw and paint a picture around what they're trying to say, So not having access to that felt like death in itself.
Yeah, no, arts is literally the reason why I graduated high school, because I had to make a certain average to be able to participate in the art program. So that was what really drove me, because all of our brains work differently, and how we learn. So where is Red Hook Art Project today?
Right now, Red Hook Art Project is an asset in our community. We do a lot of work in our communities. We support students with building art and music portfolios so they can audition for specialized high schools and colleges.
Wow.
We also fight food insecurities. Just during the pandemic, we were able to put community refrigerators outdoors and bring over like $1.2 million into the neighborhood to make sure kids have access to food and also meaningful art classes.
Wow. That's incredible.
Yeah.
You're a great mama. You're like a mama bear taking care of all the kids.
Yeah, it's important.
So creative writing programs, y'all do that as well, right?
Yes, creative writing is a huge part of our program because, again, you can't make art and not be able to express what it's about, right? When you're curating your own art shows, you have to be able to write about it, write your descriptions, write your medium, just write what it's about. So I think even in school, when you're writing out your essays to go to college, you have to be able to do creative writing, right? To be able to get these scholarships and get these grants. So writing is a big part of what we do, and it's songwriting. Like my daughter, she blossomed through the organization because she used music and writing as a tool.
Yeah.
She graduated high school a year early and salutatorian and then went into cosmetology school.
Oh, God.
That's all because of her being able to write and see herself.
Honestly, that was me as a kid as well. As soon as I started writing, and music was therapeutic, and it gave me a certain level of confidence that I could achieve anything. I believe in that as well. So what do you feel like your organization's impact has been on the community?
Our impact is ensuring that students have a safe, vibrant space to be. They have a voice, that we meet each of them where they are at, and they have access. The impact is access. A lot of us, myself growing up, didn't have that or didn't even understand what access or resource meant. So I think the impact is meeting people where they're at and giving them that access that they deserve. We all want the same thing. Opportunities and a safe place to be.
Yeah, you want to be successful in whatever that means for you and your children. Yeah, absolutely. Well, we love your passion for the kids, like not just your kids, but like other kids. That's incredible. That's what makes you so rad. Red Hook and for the arts. We love what y'all are doing for the arts in general, and so does our season-long partner, Pilot Pen, makers of Friction, the go-to erasable pen of the Kelly Clarkson Show. And they want to celebrate those creating fearlessly just like you. So they're going to give Red Hook Art Project $5,000. Wow. And I think it's so important what you're doing. And I am from a similar neighborhood. Like before I moved, like even to Burleson, like I'm from Fort Worth, Texas as well, and I'm from the same neighborhood. We did not have opportunity as well. So I now have the means to help out kids that were me. So I'm gonna give you $5,000 as well. So that's $10,000 total. Because this is helping out me as a kid too. I think it's really cool what you're doing. It's really special. And setting them up for success to give them that edge is amazing.